What's up, everybody, and good afternoon. We are going to be doing a bit of a live stream today, and we are going to be doing a break of Chronicles basketball. We've got a couple of blaster boxes and a hanger box for us to be able to do, as well as we are going to be doing a little bit of a sale here and there. We have some baseball stuff that we are going to move and get rid of. Of course, once we build a little bit of an audience, we are going to do some baseball talk as well before we get into that live break. So if you can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, be sure to let me know. And we're glad that you guys could stop in and stop around today, either live or on delay, for what we're about to do. So I'm just going to swing over to our other camera, and our other camera is going to feature what we are doing. We have 9 teams that are spoken for in this break, and the ones that are spoken for in the break are the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves. We also have the Pistons and the Raptors. And Big Ray is in the house. He says the audio is all good. That's good. Thanks for being here, Big Ray. Appreciate you. We also have, there's a few other teams that have been taken down as well. And I will give you a updated list of what those are. But there's a number of teams. A lot of the star teams are still available. The Lakers are out there, as well as the current teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have Mobley as their big star rookie, and a few others. So hopefully that will be of some interest to everybody as well. So I don't know how many people we're going to have in-house at some point later today. There is a football game going on elsewhere. It was 17-0 last time I checked in for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, we may not have a massive or huge audience because of people paying attention to the other things in sports around elsewhere. And it looks like the current score on that game, and we don't have a current score on that game. I've got looking for the updates. Oh, there it is. It's 24-0 for Tampa Bay at this point. And the Eagles are looking to get any type of offense going against the Buccaneers. So we will be back in just a couple moments, and we'll go through some of the stuff with you, and we'll give you guys some information on what we're about to do. Here is moments, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be going live in a little bit as we are going to be doing a Chronicles basketball break. And we've got the 2 blaster boxes and 1 hanger box. We'll give you the updates on what those are going to turn out to be. And then we're going to do a baseball card sale at some point here as well. We have about a couple hundred cards that we're going to put up at a couple bucks a shot. And we also have some other ones. But the Chronicles break is going to be the blasters. And so that break is actually going to take place probably between 12:30 and 12:45 Pacific time. So if you're checking in on the break, that's what we are going to be doing. We've got just a few things. I'll put out the list here in a couple of moments. I'm just getting the things together for the NBA and their listing. And that way we can give you guys some of that information as well as what's available for this break. So we'll just do a rundown of the teams that are available. Yesterday was the signing day, a big signing day in Major League Baseball. It was the International Signing Day. Of course, many of the big league teams were out inking players to contracts, a lot of money being spent. They capped the amount of money that was able to be signed a few years ago, or that teams would be able to sign players with. And of course, it's almost to prevent the owners or the ownership from spending. It's certainly not the players. Teams like the New York Yankees, the Mets, a lot of teams could spend like crazy. Some of those smaller market teams can't. So really, in the end, who loses are the players whose signing bonuses may not be as large or potentially as large as they used to be. And of course, a team like the Baltimore Orioles went out and added a pile of players yesterday. I think it was like 20 or 30 guys that they ended up adding to their list. But there was certainly some notable international signings. And yesterday, the New York Yankees signed a shortstop, Roderick Arias, to a $4 million contract. So not like they have enough shortstops in their organization. Anthony Volpe, of course, leading the way. And I think Alcantara is also a shortstop as well in their organization. And now they've added Roderick Arias for $4 million yesterday. Pretty crazy. They've also got another signing yesterday was the Washington Nationals signed outfielder for the second consecutive season. He threw $4.9 million at Christian Vaquero. And he is one of the top prospects. Last year it was Armando Cruz. They threw almost $4 million at. And of course, he's a shortstop. The Philadelphia Phillies also went after a shortstop. They inked a player named William Bergolla Jr. to a $2.2 million deal. And of course, he is the son of William Bergolla, who was a Cincinnati Red farmhand, and of course, got to the big league level for a cup of coffee. The Reds assigned a shortstop yesterday who was considered to be the third-ranked international prospect, and that was Ricardo Cabrera. So the Cincinnati Reds are on the move internationally, but one name to keep an eye on who, one of the older players off the board, but arguably one of the players closest to the big leagues, and that's Oscar Colas. Oscar Colas was considered to be the Cuban Otani. He played in the Japanese league with the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. He's a dual player. He's an outfielder and a pitcher. Sits on 95 miles an hour on the left side, can bring it up to almost 100. But he also plays the outfield. The White Sox signed Colas yesterday for a $2.7 million signing bonus, so he is off of the board and ready to go. And so we have Big Ray back in here. He says Tampa Bay has just intercepted the pass and is going to come away with the field goal. So those were the international signings that were kind of note. And of course, there's a lot more. There'll be a number of others that have signed for over $2 million. The Colorado Rockies signed a shortstop named Diane George, or Jorge, possibly, as the Latins would not pronounce the J's like where they would pronounce it like an H. He got $2.8 million. The Seattle Mariners inked an outfielder, Lazaro Montes, for $2.5. The other five players that were over $2 million or more, the Braves signed Diego Benitez. I believe he is a shortstop. The Tigers also inked the shortstop Javier Osorio for $2.2 million. The San Francisco Giants signed a shortstop Ryan Reckley for $2.2. The Toronto Blue Jays inked the catcher for slightly over $2 million, and that was Luis Meza. And the Texas Rangers for $2 million got an outfielder in Anthony Gutierrez. So that looks like that's all the $2 million or more bonus babies from the international market. So all in total, off the top of my count, would be about 12 players cashed in with $2 million or more dollars. So that's what we're looking at as far as the international signing day is concerned. Major League Baseball this week, of course, made an offer to the players, and it wasn't really much of an offer because it really wasn't much of a change in placement that what they had talked about back in December. So they're still in lockout phase. And for those of you who think this is going to end soon, I think we're laughing and joking with ourselves. I do think that there is going to be a delay to start the season. And I think that a lot of things can be centered around still the things that are happening in our universe here and what else is going on. But realistically speaking, I think that if I had to make a prediction, I can see Major League Baseball kicking off the season on the 1st of May. And certainly the northern states, other than opening day, where you're in Chicago or Detroit or Cincinnati, for those of you who've been to baseball games in those areas, it's pretty cold at that time of the year, and watching games outdoors is certainly below fun for a lot of people. So I think that the 1st of May would be a target. So everything gets pushed back a month, and they play about 130 game season. And so we'll have to see what happens with all of that. But that would be my prediction, that everything gets backlogged about a month. So get ready for a little warmer weather on your opening day. And of course, better attendances through the month of May and all the way into June, July, and August. And things won't skip a beat after that. But I'm pretty confident that they are probably going to be about a month until they can get some stuff sorted out. And then they'll start to budge and be able to negotiate. Other news around Major League Baseball over the last couple of weeks, and there really hasn't been a whole lot. It's only been minor league type dealings. There's been some hirings of coaches. Coaching staffs have been finalized. What's old is new again, and what's new is old again. Obviously, the Oakland A's finalized their coaching staff by hiring Brad Ausmus as their bench coach. The former Tiger and Angels manager has landed himself back in the big leagues, and he will be a part of the coaching staff there with Mark Kotsay in Oakland. And of course, there was yesterday, Glenn Sherlock has been added as the new bench coach for the Mets. Of course, Sherlock was a coach in the Mets organization, and he was with the Arizona Diamondbacks as well. And so now he is back working with Buck Showalter with the New York Mets. So those were kind of the news and notes of the week. There wasn't a whole lot of baseball excitement. Even overseas, it was pretty quiet as well. There's not a lot of stuff going on in the KBO and in the NPB. A lot of those players, a lot of the contracts have been signed in the month of December. Guys have finalized their deals and are ready to get themselves going. Big Ray says that Tampa Bay again has intercepted a pass, and then we come away with at least a field goal, but now it's 31-0 with a touchdown in the third quarter. So thanks to Big Ray for the football updates. Of course, this game we kind of looked at and thought was over, and we're probably going to we will end up wrapping up our stream neighborhood of about 2 o'clock this afternoon, because obviously the San Francisco 49ers and the Cowboys will get underway, and that game, of course, should be obviously not the blowout that this one is. If all the things come to fruition, I personally think that the team that is going to win that game is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be an upset. So I'm calling for the upset for the 49ers to beat the Cowboys. That's my pick of the week. It's not a lock, but that's my pick of the week. I don't think the Cowboys, who I believe are favored, will cover, and that's going to be the San Francisco 49ers winning the game, and also probably I don't know if they will be able to beat the spread, but we'll see what happens. So that's my stuff. So just a quick note on what we have for the teams here. So I'm just going to pull up everything. We've got, as I said, Oklahoma City, the Timberwolves, the Pistons, the Raptors, and then I've got 5 other teams that are going to be off the board, but everybody else right now is available. I do have somebody who said that they would take 5 teams, so I'm going to come up with that list for you, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds after this. Welcome back, everybody. We'll get this shared list up for you in just a moment as far as what's available. And as we said, it's going to be a Chronicles break and a little something off the board. Normally, we do baseball, and that's all we do. But today, we are doing a basketball break of Chronicles basketball. And so we have 2 blaster boxes and 1 hanger box. The teams that we mentioned that have already been taken, the Oklahoma City Thunder are off the board, and the Minnesota Timberwolves are off the board, as well as the Detroit Pistons and the Toronto Raptors. So if anybody is interested, so the prices on the teams, it's $3.99 per team or $4.99 per team, depending upon who the team is. And we will post that up for everybody as well to see. And shipping and handling for the first team is $5, and then it's just $1 for each additional team that's coming out of Canada. And I think if Big Ray is in the house here, I just want to check on you, see if you've got your package yet, Big Ray. I know when we did our New Year's stuff, Some of the folks that were saying this week that they had started to receive some packages, but I'm not sure if you've got yours in the house yet or not. And Big Ray says Bert's looks like a mouse in a snake den running around for his life. Must be Hurts. Probably hit the wrong button. 3 turnovers already. Yeah, Jalen Hurts in his his NFL debut having some struggles. That is for certain. And so that is not quite the way it goes. So $3.99 and $4.99 for certain teams, depending upon who that is that you are interested in. As I go through the Brooklyn Nets, of course, are going to be out without their star power forward, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is going to be lost for, it looks like 4 to 6 weeks. He's got something wrong with his thumb, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I read this morning. And he is going to be out for quite some time. But that will be obviously a loss for the Brooklyn Nets as they are on their playoff push. And pretty much what we're setting up for here is everything is $3.99 with the exception of a few teams. So I'm going to try to share this screen with everybody if you guys are going to take a look, and I'll leave that up there for you. And Big Ray says he received it a few days ago. The mail video is coming soon. Appreciate it. And we do have a bot in the house, so I don't know if I've got anybody to exterminate the bot, but we will do it ourselves. And so one bot. So I always say you're never big until you start getting bots in. And I don't know if only a few people in the stream today, we've got bots. So maybe that's a good sign for things to come. So as I do here, we've got a couple of other items to go. So we are at that. We put that user in the timeout. So Big Ray, one question I did have for you, Big Ray, if you are listening in, I've gaffed on one person's order. There was in that break I had a Akil Badu Crusade card. I think somebody else got it except the person who bought the Tigers in the break. And I don't know if I put it in. I don't know if I asked Matt Hollis and I asked John Cole, the other two fellas who had purchased into that break, that I'd maybe put it into their packages by accident. And I don't know if they haven't opened theirs yet. They did get their stuff, but I don't know if you happen to get yours. So just curious to know if you ended up with an Akil Badu Crusade rookie from, I believe that was Mosaic or Prism, something like that along the way. So if you're opening it up, check it out for me and let me know because it might have got into yours by accident. That being said, we'll share our screen here in terms of what we have available. And we'll pop this up for you guys here. So let's do this. Share our screen. Share the screen here. And there we have it. So let's go back and have a look. And you can see us here. So let's see if we can get that to the full one. You're not a mod. So I'll have to go in, and if I have to make you a mod, let's see what I can do here. Not sure what I could do with Big Ray if that ends up doing anything for us. I'll have to go and take a look, Big Ray. I don't know if we have any mods in the house. Go look for Big Ray and make him a mod here at some point. That way there we've got, where is Big Ray? Big Ray. I have to get into our stream, Ray, so I can do it. See what we have here. We'll go over and check. We'll get in there and make you the mod. If I get any feedback on this, be sure to let me know. Add as moderator. There you go, Ray. I think you are all set. All right. Okay, so I've shared the screen. I've got that up there. I don't know if we can do it, and I'm going to try to put that into full screen mode. Let's see if that is going to work for us. And also, we will put that on the solo view. So there it is there. So Yeah, you, the bot, and somebody else. So yeah, that must be it. And there we got three people. I don't. I think somebody must be watching on Twitch. We are streaming as well on Twitch as well as this. And as we mentioned before, we've got a couple others that are there. So who knows? It might be a one-man gang. It might be just me and you, Ray. And maybe I'll start it off and do the baseball stuff before we do any of the basketball stuff. I was thinking possibly to go along the lines. I can show you some of the baseball cards that we have. Big Ray's got the blue wrench. I was going to do a $2 sale. So I don't know if that's anything that you're interested. If you're interested, let me know and I can go through and show you. You're the only man here, so you got first and only dibs on everything. And if you don't like it, I'll move through it fairly quickly, and then we can get to that basketball portion of the break in a little bit after that. Or we could start with some baseball stuff, and then we can bounce over to the basketball. Your call on that one. Whatever you feel or you feel fancy. I'm not pushing you to buy anything, but with that being said, there might be something that you do think that you might like. So let me know what your thoughts are on that one. And as I say, we're getting going here on the break either way for the basketball stuff. One thing I do have to do is I have to get myself a pair of scissors. So I'm just going to put a little music on here, and I'll come back in a second with myself with some scissors so I can get into these boxes. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back in the saddle again here. And so I guess with nothing else going on, and I don't know if Big Ray's got sticking around here to answer that, I am going to start our basketball break. We'll do a little bit of that, and then we'll get on to the other things. So hang tight for just a second. We'll crack this one open, and I'm going to move it along. So I do have a couple of more people that are in for some stuff. So I've got those four that are off the board. And I've got 5 other teams that are going to be taken. So we got Dave M is going to take one. M is going to be up for number 2. He's got those there. His third team that he's taken off the list are the Pacers. Next team he's going to grab is the Pelicans. And last and certainly not least, he is taking the Wizards off of our hands. And so those are the teams that are off the board. So we've got Brooklyn, Denver, Detroit, Indiana, Minnesota, New Orleans, Oklahoma City, the Raptors, and the Wizards. So 9 teams off our board. If anybody does want in on those, let me know. The hobbyist is in the house today. Welcome, Chris. Thanks for stopping in. We're about to do a basketball break. And so the teams, we have 9 teams off the board. And so I know you're not really a basketball guy, but it might be something that you might have some interest in kicking around and watching. The basketball break is going to be done here. It is Chronicles. We have 3 boxes. We have a blaster box, and we have 2 blaster boxes and a 1 hanger box. So it looks like without further ado, we're going to get this one underway. As we said before, we do have a couple of folks that are in on some of this. I'm going to attach the other names to the other 2 people in the break as well before I do that. And I just want to make sure that I've got those folks here as well. So on this particular break, I've got Sam P has got the Timberwolves, and Joel H has got the Thunder. So I'll add those guys to the list. So Sam P on the Timberwolves. And Joel H has got the Thunder. Sam P, Joel H. And just double check that that is correct. Two, you got, looks like Joel H. And we also have Sam P. Sam P for the Timberwolves and for the other one. And Big Ray says he wants the Magic and the Rockets. I'll put you down for the Magic and the Rockets, Ray. That sounds great. Appreciate that. You can have the Magic and the Rockets. So the Magic, Jalen Suggs, his rookie card. So we got Big Ray. And for the Houston Rockets, that's Jalen Green. Jalen Green. All right. All right, Big Ray. Well, stick around, Big Ray, because I have some interesting stuff here for you. And we'll get this one going on the break. We'll do it right now. So I'll get you afterwards, Big Ray. I know you're good for what you're doing and what you want here. We'll send you an invoice if you want and so on and so forth. But let me get these two out of the way. And we're going to get this one ready to go. They say you can get 10 free digital packs on Panini Dunk. I don't know what their Dunk app is. So let me know, guys, if you think that this is, if you guys can see this pretty good. I think we're in pretty good shape here. I think my camera's not bad. I had some adjustments. I got a new modem this week, and it looks like the stream is a lot clearer. There's less interruptions, and it doesn't seem to be as grainy. So I don't know if that is true at your end, Chris or Big Ray. I'll just double check on that for you, Ray. I believe you are correct. The Rockets and the Magic were both $3.99. So yep, it would be $3.99. That's $8, and then it would be $5 + $1 for the shipping. So $6 for shipping and handling. Actually, you've got that one there. Let me just put you in there, Big Ray, for that. I got Big Ray for the Rockets, Big Ray for the Magic. And the others are off the board. So you are correct. Yep, $3.99 for both of those. Okay, we'll see if anybody else wants in before we kick this baby off. So that means I'll do a quick summary of what we have before we do this, before we crack into that first one. If anybody else wants to check it out, we've got teams available still before we do the break. We've got Dave M has got the Brooklyn Nets. They're off the board. Dave M has got the Nuggets. The Pistons are off the board. Big Ray's got the Rockets. Dave M has the Pacers. Sam P's got the Timberwolves. Dave M has got the Pelicans. Joel H has got Oklahoma City. The Orlando Magic is held down by Big Ray. And do we have anybody else at the bottom of this list? We do. Toronto is off the board, and the Washington Wizards go to Dave M. So there you have it. That is the group for today. And that's where we're going to start. So we're going to kick this one off. So let's see how this ends up turning out. So you get 5 cards per pack. You've got 8 packs per box. We'll go back to this view so we can see where we're at. And there it is. There's 5 cards per pack, 8 packs per box. They say you can get, 10 free cards, digital cards per pack. So 40 trading cards. So 40 plus the 30 in the other. So 110 cards available. Gold standard rookie jersey autos are potentially in these. And then, of course, you've got the 2019-20 Chronicles that we have in this. I don't know why that's a little different. That's 2019-20. It's flashing up on this. And then I've got myself 2021 over here. That's bizarre. 2021 Chronicles here and 2021 there, but then they've got it mislabeled there. So it is 2021. On the back side, you got 2019-2020. Crazy. So anyways, it looks like they made a mistake at some point, but we do know that it is 2020-2021. Nice job, Panini. Not like anybody's made mistakes on these in the past. As we use our trusty scissors to get in here. This is always a bit of an adventure in all of these boxes. So we'll see what we can
get. If you guys want to check out the odds, I'll hold the odds here on the side. You're welcome to pause the camera or come back and watch this as we break into our first one. There it is there. And if you want to hold the odds and pause it or go back and look at it, there you have it. Okay. There we have the box, and there we have the packs. We'll yank them all out. Get rid of the box. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 packs, 5 cards per pack. Here we go with pack number 1. Hopefully, I'll see how these ones are able to get into. I don't have sharp fingernails, so sometimes I got to use the scissors, but sometimes you can break them open at the top. So pack number 1. Like I see a piston on the back, and that looks like it's Sadiq Bey. So who do we have on pack number 1? We have, there is Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro, and he is a Cleveland Cavalier. He says error box might be worth something one day. Well, only error if it shows up with a bunch of rookies from last year. I think Anthony Edwards would be one of those guys. And what do you know? There's 2 back-to-back Isaac Okoro. So Cleveland Cavaliers, there's a playbook card. It's bizarre. You have Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers. We follow that with a Luka Doncic for Dallas. That one's got the purple, and I believe that would be a parallel or a short print because it's in the pink lettering. I'm not overly familiar with the Chronicle product. And then we have a shiny Sadiq Bey. It shows a Sadiq Bey rookie card. Well, maybe this is maybe it is featuring last year because Sadiq Bey was a rookie in 2019-2020. So bizarre. So you've got the 2020-2021 Chronicles. I would have thought Bey would have had a card last year in this. So here comes our next pack. And who do we have here? We've got Nico Mannion. Nico Mannion, rookie card for Golden State. And that is followed up by Cole Anthony. Yeah, see, all these are C's here. Now they show 2021, 2020, 2021. Maybe that's what we're looking at here in that situation. We are looking last year. So there is Cole Anthony. And you got a Sadiq Bey, rookies and stars for the Pistons. That's followed up by Tyrese Halliburton. Of course, the pink on the bottom, Tyrese Halliburton. And then we close it out with a Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. So there you have it there. Antetokounmpo is one of those ones there. That's completely strange. Here comes our next one. Yeah, so blinds. Oh, Eagles. Eagles got a touchdown, according to Big Ray. That's good. So who do we have here? There is Precious Achiuwa. He's now a Toronto Raptor, but he was involved in that Kyle Lowry trade, Miami Heat. And then we bring up a Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers. He's off to a good start. Tyrese Maxey. And then we follow that up with a Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton. And then the next one is... And Vogue says, sorry he didn't buy the Hornets. He's a Hornets fan. There is R.J. Hampton of the Orlando Magic. That's a pink or pinkish parallel. And there is Denny Advia. Denny Advia, of course, of the Washington Wizards. So the Wizards on the books here. What do we have next? We've got Darius Vassell on the back, and then we've got ourselves Patrick Williams on the front. So Chicago Bulls. There's a Zion Williamson for the Pelicans, 2021. You've got a Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers. And there is a Crusade of Desmond Bane for the Memphis Grizzlies. That's his rookie and star. And then we have a Devin Vassell of a parallel. That's a marquee parallel card. So there you have it. Next up, We kick it off. We have a Campazzo. There is the Denver Nugget forward. That is one of the European players. Campazzo, he came over, played pretty good. I think he's from Spain. There's the king himself in the playbook. There is LeBron James. LeBron is there. We've got a Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, of course, Ben Simmons is nowhere to be seen in a Philadelphia 76ers uniform. Kyrie Irving, there is a New Jersey Net Chronicles card of Kyrie. And again, we finish off with Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies. So Bane is that one as well. Comes our next one. We've got on the back, we've got a LaMelo Ball. So LaMelo Ball of the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, Charlotte, there you go. We've got an Isaac Okoro for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I've seen a bunch of Okoros already so far. We follow that up with a Tyrese Halliburton for the Sacramento Kings. Every time I see the Kings, I think of the Queens. There is Precious Achiuwa, his rookie for the Miami Heat in the pink parallel. And then, of course, we finish off with a LaMelo Ball, Charlotte Hornets rookie card. That's a shiny-looking card. So if Will Voggs is still in the house, maybe we can negotiate a deal for some of these balls. Comes the next pack for us. Jaden McDaniels on the back side. On the front side, got Tyrese Maxey. So Tyrese Maxey on the front. And then we follow that up with Kira Lewis Jr. for the Pelicans on this side. We then move over to a Kyrie Irving. And after we pick up Kyrie Irving, we've got ourselves a Kira Lewis. That's another one with the Knicks. That's a pink parallel for the marquee. And then there is Jaden McDaniels. So Jaden McDaniels. And so Big Ray says, how did I not pick up the Hornets? Maybe we can negotiate something now that nobody's got the Hornets over there, Big Ray. We can talk afterwards. I'm sure that we don't leave a lot of basketball hanging around in our parts here. There's Jayshawn Tate of the Rockets. Jayshawn Tate. Chris Middleton. We already saw one of those Chris Middleton cards. There's Ben Simmons, Rookies and Stars. And then we have a Devin Vassell for the Spurs. He's got himself a nice year, Rookies and Stars. That's I believe, a Crusade card. And then we finish it up with a Devin Vassell again for the San Antonio Spurs. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about that box. It's not a bad looking box, I think. Fairly decent. Let's see here. We got box number 2 on the way. Who do we have as we rip into this one? Again, 8 packs in the box, 5 cards per pack. And they say you get, 10 digital cards. If you guys are into the dunk game on Panini. So one in the books. I don't know. What do you think the best card was? Probably the LaMelo Ball cards had to be the best in that part of the rip. We've got a Jaden McDaniels, Minnesota Timberwolves rookie. This is box number 2, so we'll put the cards over here. There's another one of those Darius Vassell cards. Of course, we have one there last of the box. We pick up the pace. Panini Threads, a Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. It's a cool looking card. You guys happen to see anything that looks like a numbered card along the way, stop me and ask me, because this isn't really our gig. There's a pink Paul George. You can see the pink parallel up at the top, and Isaac Okoro rookie card in the upper left. So that's kind of cool. We got LeBron on the back. On the front, we got a Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis. On the front here, we've got a Damian Lillard of the Jailblazers. We've got a Zion Williamson, the often hurt and injured Zion. There's Saben Lee of the Pistons. Saben Lee of the Pistons, that's a pink parallel card. Saban Lee is the son of former San Francisco 49er running back Amp Lee. If you've ever seen Saban Lee play, he is pretty explosive. He can really, really attack the rack. He's got another gear, kind of like his dad. And then, of course, we finish with a LeBron James, King James card there. It's kind of cool. So there's 2 in the books. And a bunch more still to come. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on a Sunday afternoon. And here we go. We've got a couple of other things. We've got a Josh Green. We've got a R.J. Hampton card. R.J. Hampton, that's his rookie. Got another LeBron James. So this is about the 3rd James we've seen. It's a prestige. So not too shabby with the Lakers. There is a Cole Anthony pink parallel. Cole Anthony's had a very good season down in Orlando. He was considered to be a top prospect last year in the draft. There is Emmanuel Quickly. Quickly, what I remember about him is his jersey. They had messed up his jersey. They spelled his name wrong last year in New York. I don't know how they spelled it, but whatever it was, he came out onto the court with the wrong one. There's Kira Lewis again, Kira Lewis Jr. with the Pelicans. Devin Booker for the Phoenix Suns. He's a very nice player, Devin Booker. And on this side here, we have a Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young really carried the Hawks into the playoffs last year. And there is a Minnesota Timberwolves rookie of Anthony Edwards, Hometown Heroes. That is a really sweet-looking card, Anthony Edwards. So who was that? Was that Joel or was it Scott who had it? And there is a Luka Doncic card for the Dallas Mavericks. For those Luka Doncic fans out there, it's a neat-looking card. All right, here we go. Here's the next one for us. We've got another Saddiq Bey from the Detroit Pistons. Of course, Saddiq Bey, he's been suffering a bit of sophomore jinx. He's not shooting like he was last year. There's that Campazzo. I don't want to say his first name too quickly or too loud, but Campazzo is the one there. He is, of course, been giving solid minutes to the Denver Nuggets. You've got a Cole Anthony card. That is the Orlando Magic. We follow that up with a Chronicles of DeMar DeRozan. That's a pink parallel. And we finished off. That looks like another Kira Lewis Jr., and that's exactly who it is. Don't know much about Kira Lewis Jr. I don't follow the Pelicans. The Pelicans are, unfortunately, one of those franchises that are buried in no man's land up here. We don't see them very often, and we don't know what they're all about. There's Ben Simmons. Speaking of buried in no man's land, Ben Simmons. There's another Zion Williamson for the Pelicans. Again, he's got to get healthy and he's got to start playing. There's another Campazzo for the Nuggets. Excited to get rid of the Campazzos. And there is a pink parallel playbook of Zion Williamson. That's pretty cool. And there is James Wiseman of the Golden State Warriors. James Wiseman, of course, one of the top picks in the draft last year. Not really playing so much out there. I don't know what the deal is with Wiseman as well. There was talk about potentially him being dealt. I'm not sure where it fits in for him. Let's see what we got next. We got another LaMelo on the backside. That's going to be kind of cool. There's Theo Madeline. And he is with the Thunder. He's been a nice, decent player. There's Ja Morant. Everybody likes Ja, Memphis Grizzly. Ja Morant. Follow that with a Luka Doncic. It's the first time we've seen him in that particular card. And what do we have over here? We have a Jayshawn Tate for the Houston Rockets. There's Tate. There is LaMelo Ball, his rookie as well. So LaMelo Ball on the back end. So LaMelo Ball, pretty cool. Charlotte Hornets. Who's our next one here? I understand basketball has been tough to come by down in the United States, that some places people just were saying that they have flown off the shelves. Up here, it's not that they're flying off the shelves or they're slow to get off the shelves, but you can get them kind of regular. There's another Saddiq Bey. I think we're covering all the Saddiq Bey parallels in this set. There's Paul George. So for the Detroit Piston fans out there, We're doing okay. There's a rookie and stars of Stephon Curry. We follow that up with a crusade of Stephon Curry, a pink rookie and stars crusade. And there is a Zion Williamson, and that closes that out. So another Zion. And now we're down to our last Chronicles box, and this is a hanger box. There's 30 cards in this one. So we'll see what we are able to get. Not sure how this is going to work out. Yeah, the way LaMelo's playing, I wouldn't mind a few more LaMelo balls. Be able to help us get rid of some of this stuff. As I said, we're not really a basketball group, but there's not a whole lot of baseball stuff to break. I saw the Bowman stuff yesterday. I got a chance to watch a couple of the breaks. Obviously, watch the Jabs family channel. And for those of you who didn't see it, he pulled a Benny Montgomery card numbered out of 5. And that Benny Montgomery card, and this one here in the hanger, we'll take that out. That's the only one that's left. The Benny Montgomery card numbered out of 5 was recently sold on eBay for $5,600. And there's currently one up there at $9,000. So the fellow who got it ended up buying out the rest of the break to ensure that he wouldn't miss. It was the Saturday Showdown. So it's kind of cool if you want to get a chance to go back and look at something. It was kind of neat. Jabs family channel. Not everybody is a big fan of Jabs, but I have to say one thing I will give Jabs credit for, and I always have said this, is that he's got a lot of people back excited about the hobby. So whether you like Jabs or you don't like Jabs, go check out his channel, because that was a pretty sweet pull. And right now, I haven't seen any numbered cards. And of course, with Panini and their products, that was a staple for their stuff. A lot of numbered cards, all the parallels and different things. But I don't think we've had any numbered cards in this. I'll go back and take a look afterwards, but pretty sure that what we see is not much of nothing. I think that's the 3rd Chris Middleton card we've had. So I think we have 1 per box. That might be a staple. You get 1 Middleton every box. There's Isaac Okoro for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we have an Okoro. And that's the first time we've seen a Joel Embiid today for the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid. So there is Embiid. We flip that over, and you've got another Cole Anthony. So Big Ray says the Eagles have scored another touchdown. It's now 31-15. And Tampa, the Eagles got a 2-point convert. So here comes the comeback. Cue the comeback. I remember being in Chicago one time, seeing the Jets play the Bears, and the Jets were beating the Bears. This would have been about 1996, 1997. I think Eric Kramer was quarterbacking the Bears at the time. And it was in the 4th quarter. We were freezing cold, and the Bears fans were leaving. And somebody yells out in the stands, "Hey, where are you guys going? Don't you know the Bears are coming back?" And they were down like 21-0 or something like that. It was absolutely frigid. There's Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat. So Adebayo, we follow that up with there is LaMelo Ball. It's the first time we've seen LaMelo in that card. So LaMelo Ball rookie card. That's pretty cool. You got Chris Paul of the Phoenix Suns. There's RJ Barrett for the New York Knicks. So you got an RJ Barrett card. I flip it over onto this side, and we've got Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes, a rookie card for the Pistons. Unfortunately for Killian Hayes, he hasn't figured it out yet. He's got to get some stuff going. There is a Stephon Curry. I think we had one of those Stephon Currys in one of the other blaster boxes. There is a Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, nice player. A decent player. There is a Oklahoma City Thunder, Moses Brown. Moses Brown for the OKC Thunder. We follow that up with another Denny Advia international draft pick by the Washington Wizards. And then we've got Denny Advia again. So back-to-back Advias if you're a Denny Advia fan. And another Killian Hayes. So it's turning into the Advia Hayes break in this particular box, portion of the break. And now we've got a Kevin Durant card. So I think that's the first time we've seen Kevin Durant in our break today. We follow that up with a Anthony Edwards rookie card. So Anthony Edwards for the Timberwolves. So I think it's Joel or it's Sam. I can't remember which one had the T-Wolves. Good for you guys. There is a Stephon Curry, Golden State Warriors, and we follow that up with a Emmanuel Quickly of the New York Knicks. Quickly, as we said earlier, he had his name spelled incorrectly, and we follow that up with another Emmanuel Quickly of the Knicks. We've got Tyrese Maxey, who's having a good season with the Philadelphia 76ers. And then we have Tyrese Halliburton, the former Cyclone from Iowa State. Patrick Williams for the Bulls. It's the first time we've seen him today. He was out for the entire season. He hurt himself early in the season, injured his knee, I believe, and he's done for the year. There is a James Wiseman rookie. Of course, James Wiseman is not really doing a whole lot. Precious Achiuwa, of course, no longer with the Heat, currently a Raptor. And now we have an honors card. This is a pretty cool looking card of LeBron James. So maybe our friend in the card closet, Eric, might come out of the closet and take a look at this LeBron James card. I don't know if that's something that he would fancy. There's James Wiseman again, a rookie card. That is a marquee. We've got a LaMelo Ball. I don't know if we've seen that particular Ball rookie before, the XR. There is Zion Williamson for the Pelicans. And we have another Emmanuel Quickly. So I don't know. That was about 3 or 4 Quicklies in that particular box. So there you have it. There is the break for the basketball. And so I don't know. I'm not sure. Big Ray says he'll offer 10 for the Hornets now to save time. I think that last ball card was just was out by itself. We'll have to negotiate. I've got something for you, Big Ray. If you stick around here, we'll toss you something in a little bit later. But I got a few things we're going to go. I'm going to do a little bit of a sale here. All the cards, well, with the exception of the cards I'm going to put up at the back, all the cards are going to be up for $2 a piece. And I got about 150 of them, so I don't know who else is in here. But if you want to take a look at them, you might be like, you know what? That's pretty cool. Or you might say, nah, it's not worth my time. But I got all kinds of crazy stuff that we can have a peek at. But I do have some others I'm going to put up on the back. These ones are not $2, but these ones, or at least to look at. I broke a couple of my little easels here, unfortunately. And so one of the cool cards I've got to put up here, I'm asking $15 for this guy. That's $15 on that guy. That would be the Mike Trout second-year card. That's a pretty cool looking card. I'm looking for $4 on that guy. That would be Marcus Semien. Nothing too major, huge. I've got a Luis Robert relic from Allen and Ginter 2020. Looking at $20 on the Luis Robert card. And then this guy over here is pretty cool. I got $85 on a autograph. This one's numbered, an autographed Alex Kirillov. We'll put him back there. I've got a Ronald Acuna Jr. rookie debut. So Ronald Acuna Jr. rookie debut for $5. And the last one I've got is for $95, a Japanese autograph card of Kosuke Tanaka. He's the starting shortstop for the Hiroshima Toyo Carp. That card is specially numbered 18 of 18. It's the last off of the line. And so, of course, he is their everyday shortstop. They talked about him coming over to the big leagues a couple of years ago, and he didn't quite get anything done to make the grade. He wanted more money, but he in his case, he commanded more money to stay in Japan. I don't know. He was good glove, but I don't know if he would have been the best of hitters in the other stuff. And so Big Ray says the Acuna is sold. So sweet. We'll put that on your stack there, Big Ray. So Acuna is off the board. So Ronald Acuna off the board for that as well. So we'll take care of him. I've got a few things over here. We'll just move those guys around a little bit. All right. So Acuna is history. Mark that down. So these ones here, we're not gonna mess around. These ones I'm gonna show you. Every single card I'm gonna show you is $2 a piece. So hold it up there for a little bit. If you don't like it, I'm just gonna move on. How much was the Trout? The Trout was 15. 1-5 on the Trout. That's a nice looking Trout, by the way. I'll bring it up a little closer to the camera. You can see the corners are pretty good. And then on the back side, of course, anything else, card number 446. It's a sharp looking card. All righty. Okay. Let's do a few of these. So we're going to do a little rapid fire here with the stuff that I have. I'm going to show you everything that I'm about to show you. This is a $2, everything's a $2 card. And we're going to kick it off with a Hyunjin Ryu rookie card. And that's tops. So $2, Hyunjin Ryu. And if you want it, just put sold Ryu or whatever it is in the comment section, and I'll pull it aside for you as we go. So there's Hyunjin Ryu. All right, our next one. Big Ray says, I have 4 of the Trout, but I thought you said 5, so interest was peaked. No, 15 on the Trout. 1-5 on the Trout, 95 on Tanaka, 85 on Kirillov, 20 on Luis Robert, 5 on the Acuna, as we said, and $4 on the Semyon, but you've got Acuna set aside. $2. If you have a Bo Bichette, everybody who has a Bo should want to have a Dante Bichette. So there's Dante. It's his dad. That's a 1989 Upper Deck rookie. Got a little bit of a run here, and the run is going to be that of some Ken Griffey Juniors. There is a Leaf Cincinnati Red Junior card. That's kind of neat. There is the back as well. A lot of good photography on the back. One thing I didn't like is they had a lot of stats that they removed on the back side of the card. They only gave you like the most recent year and then the totals. That was one thing I didn't like about those particular cards. This is kind of a neat picture. That's Ken Griffey Jr. That is a Fleer card. And so there is play at second base, and it looks like he's upended the fielder. Kind of cool. Another Griffey. We have a Griffey Gallery. So Upper Deck and the Griffey Gallery. Kind of neat. And if you're tuning in afterwards, if you're watching the video on the replay, you might want to consider, if you don't see anything that's been purchased, reach out to us, let us know. There's another Griffey Gallery. This is $2. And we'll finish off with one more Griffey Gallery, also $2. All right, moving away from Griffey. Next up, we have a iconic card. Of course, that is of Derek Jeter. So that was an insert card in the Topps series from a few years ago. Of course, that is the Derek Jeter look, featuring that draft pick. We have another one. There's another Derek Jeter card, and if I'm not mistaken, that was from Archives. So they have the Topps magazine kind of look. I've got a Nolan Ryan. If you're interested in Nolan Ryan's, we're going to do the Free Agent 40. It was an insert card back in the early 2010s, Nolan Ryan. We'll shoot up our next one here. The next one is another Nolan Ryan, and this one was one of the highlights. So highlights 1983 was the year. Now we'll slowly move along. Here's another Nolan Ryan. This one was Upper Deck. And this Upper Deck card was from 1993. Kind of a cool Nolan Ryan. If you're into the Hall of Famers, I've got Craig Biggio. Of course, that Biggio card was a Leaf Certified Materials. Let me go back to that. So yeah, he wants to know what year the Jeter was, and it's $2. So yes, all these ones that I'm showing you up that I'm cycling through, everything is $2. That particular Jeter card was a iconic insert, and that was from the 2019 Tops. So 2019, it was a Tops insert. So there you see it has the Stadium Club on the front. And on the back of the card, it was the iconic insert. So ICR 96. There was a full set of that. They did a lot of that different stuff. So yes, correct, $2. Back to that BGO for a second. So BGO, we started to show that was Leaf Certified Materials. So the Leaf Certified Materials card, kind of cool. Our next one up, we have another BGO, and this is going back to his All-Star years. This is an original. This is from 1992 Tops. Of course, BGO, Hall of Fame. Vog says, I love that Jeter and Magazine one. Yeah, no worries, Ray. If you need me to go back on something or if you want me to show you again, let me know. Vog says he likes the look of the Jeter one. Here is a Dominators. This is a Donruss insert of Blake Snell. Blake Snell, you can see we got a lot of shiny stuff going on there. I've got a Skybox Domination of the Rocket, Roger Clemens. So for those New York Yankee fans out there, that's kind of a cool Roger card. Next up, I've got a big playmaker of Roger Clemens. There's Clemens there. Or you can take a look at this. This is a Upper Deck Roger Clemens. This is going back to 2002, still with the Yankees. Got a run of Yankee Clemens here. Another Roger Clemens. And that one is from, that's SP, if I'm not mistaken. So for those of you who are Yankee fans out there, Roger Clemens. Vog says, thanks again for the monthly giveaway. You should be seeing yours, I would think, at some point this week, Will, and we appreciate you for playing. Yours went out just a little bit after. I did it in batches, so some of the guys got their stuff, like Ray got his last week, and you will get yours in probably sometime this week. There's Vladimir Guerrero. That is a insert from the, I believe, Upper Deck Choice. Vladimir Guerrero, Hall of Famer. All right, I got some other stuff here. Some things are, as I said, I'll cycle through it fairly quick. If people are watching this on the delay and you don't see anybody jump in, you're more than welcome to. Here is a Hobby Master of Vladimir Guerrero. This is a little bit of a thicker card on the back side. Kind of neat. Hobbyist is in the house. He says he got his the other day. It's awesome, Chris. Appreciate that. There's another Vladdy Daddy, Vladimir Guerrero with the Expos. I believe that's Tops 2000. For those of you who have an interest in Walker Buehler, I've got a Walker Buehler rookie for. This is a big league gold or yellow parallel card. Again, $2. So Walker Buehler. For those of you who enjoy the kid, here he comes again, but this time we're going to do a run of Mariners. We've got Ken Griffey Jr. in the Pinnacle. We follow the Griffey Jr. Pinnacle up with a Griffey Jr. Till It's Over. So Big Ray says, sold on the Buehler. All right, we'll take the Buehler out for you. Just give me a second. I'm going to bring that one back. So Walker Buehler, gold parallel, big league card, $2. That's a good pull. Walker Buehler is the man, that's for sure. So I've set that one aside for you there, Ray. Back to the Till It's Over Griffey card. It's kind of a cool looking insert set. I believe that insert set, the Till It's Over, those were from 2015 Tops. They've been around for a little while, 7 years now. How about a Bryce Harper, Bowman Platinum? Kind of neat. Not as neat as this one. This one here is a Bryce Harper Rainbow Parallel. from the All-Star game. He's got the United States flag on his right arm. Doing a little celebration. That is 2018 Home Run Derby. Hit 45 home runs in the Derby. Here's another Harper. This Harper here is a Allen and Ginter mini. It's one of the variations. So for those of you who like your Allen and Ginter, there it is there on the back side. Pull that out a little bit. Any Jackie Robinson fans out there? Jackie Robinson, we've got a perennial all-star. So $2 on the Jackie. We have another Jackie Robinson. Of course, that is from Archives, if I'm not mistaken. So Archives Robinson. Or maybe not. That's not Archives. That's regular Topps. And that's from 2010. So that's their Vintage Legends series. So that's one of the ones there. So that's not Archives. They do have the archive look to it. 2010 Jackie Robinson Vintage Legends. It gives you the story about Jackie there in the upper right. Another Jackie Robinson card. This came out of the 2011 Topps set. This is a reprint or a relook at the 1950 Bowman. So Jackie Robinson, but that was a 2011 Jackie Robinson insert. So that's kind of cool. Who's our other one here? We've got a Turkey Red Chrome. This is from 2020 of Jackie Robinson. It's kind of neat. Shuffle that around a little bit there. I have a Nolan Ryan. This is from 1992 Topps. So we're back to some Nolan Ryans again. Again, the ones I'm holding up here are all $2. The ones across the back are more expensive. We've got the Trout and the Kirilloff and the Simeon, the Robert, and the Tanaka. There comes another Nolan Ryan card. This one here was an inserted card. You can see in the upper corner, it gave Nolan Ryan stamp. It's the 83 look. Of course, it's not 83. I have to go back and take a look to see what year that was inserted in. I want to say that was in the early 2010s. Nolan Ryan. Got a 1990 Nolan Ryan record breaker card. Nolan Ryan record breaker. Next one I have is an Aaron Judge card. There is Aaron Judge. That is Allen and Ginter. Sorry, that's Gypsy Queen. Gypsy Queen, Aaron Judge. Again, $2. If you guys like Aaron Judge, I've got another one, and this is the Green Donruss parallel. This is from 2018. 2018 Aaron Judge. Moving from the Bronx to Queens, we have a name variant of Pete Alonso, the polar bear. So New York Mets, polar bear. Got a Topps Chrome pink parallel from 2020 of Pete Alonso. And so Big Ray says he's opened up the package and the first card he saw was the Badu. Yeah, you know what? And what I'll do, Ray, is we'll when we finish this stream here, I will we'll negotiate something out that will make sure that you take care of it. I will get you the fellow's address. He's in Michigan, and I appreciate that. I knew that somebody got the Badu. I had put the Badu in somebody's package by mistake, and I didn't want to rip through everybody's to see who it was. So that would be awesome. I appreciate that, and then I will also let the fellow know that that it is on the way from you as well. So I much appreciate it. But I will take care of you, Ray, in some capacity, either to pay you off for it or to give you some stuff in value here. Certainly for doing that, and thank you kindly. Here comes Pete Alonso. We'll back to this. We'll go back to the Pete Alonso. We have that is the Chrome parallel with the 85 look. I have a Clayton Kershaw. This is a rainbow foil parallel from 2015. So 2015 Clayton Kershaw. Kind of cool. We've got another bot in the house. Welcome to the bots. And he has to be put away. Hang on for a second here. Just going to pause you guys for a moment. Sorry about that, everybody. Our phone was going off here. We had bots in the house and everything else. Yeah, Big Ray, what I'll do is after I'm done the stream, I'll get you the address and get you all that information off for you tomorrow. Okay, we got a couple more here. We've got a Max Scherzer. This is a Mojo refractor card with the 1984 throwback look. This is from 2019. So Max Scherzer, I'd like to see his cards take off a little bit more. Now we're into some Frank Thomas stuff. We have a name variant, and this is from 2018. Donruss with the big hurt in the upper corner. So big hurt in the upper corner. We have a Frank Thomas. And this, of course, the thing I like about the stats on the back is they're huge. I don't need my glasses to read it. This is from 1995, Frank Thomas. Tops. And what I mean by that is you can see on the back side there is the information. You can definitely read that stuff. You don't need your glasses or longer arms. So Frank Thomas is one of those. Here's another Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas, certainly for the White Sox. Another White Sox Frank Thomas. This is O-Pee-Chee Premier. Goes all the way back to 1992. So that's a 30-year-old card now. I remember when that stuff used to be the hottest thing going. And here's some original stuff. So we've got this is going back, I believe this is 1988. 1988 All-Star of the Hawk. Andre Dawson in his Chicago Cub outfit. I saw Andre Dawson play for the Boston Red Sox in the twilight of his career. It was 1994. I was in Boston. I saw the Mariners play the Red Sox, and that was a star-studded game. The big unit had started for the Mariners. They had Griffey and A-Rod. Of course, the other side of the coin, they had, I don't know if they had A-Rod. I shouldn't say that. Can't remember if A-Rod was in the game, but they definitely had Andre Dawson was playing, and Aaron Seeley was the starter for the Red Sox. There is a Diamond King card of the Hawk. So Andre Dawson, Diamond King card. 88. Here's 1989 Andre Dawson. 1989 Andre Dawson. And Redbeard breaks in the house. Yeah, Big Ray says, this old guy's loving the big letter Thomas much better than the 2021 tops. Can barely read the names without the readers on. Yeah, definitely need the cheaters, that's for sure. Redbeard stopping in. Jimmy, good to see you. This is kind of a cool one. This is a 1987 throwback. 2017 Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson card for the Oakland Athletics. Jimmy Redbeard missed out on all the Cincinnati Red stuff. That's all been put to rest now. Here's another Ricky Henderson card. This is a little thicker card. This came in 2000 and I believe 2013. It says 13 on the back. And there is Ricky Henderson. That is the greats. And then we've got a season highlight of Ricky Henderson with the Padres uniform. I barely remember him with the Padres as well. Ricky Henderson, 2002 tops. But at the end of his career, he had quite a few tours. I remember Tony La Russa told a story. I saw Tony La Russa speak one year at the ABCA, which is the American Baseball Coaches Association. And La Russa told a story about Ricky Henderson, and we'll put another Ricky up here. And he said, when he was coaching, and they had flashed the signs over to whoever's third base coach was, and they had signaled they wanted Ricky to it was a take sign and whatever had happened, and Ricky ended up stealing second base, and they gave him the look, and they had a take sign on at the plate, and they wanted to see a pitch from the pitcher, and he stole the base. And so when he got back to the dugout, La Russa had stared him down, and as Ricky was walking back, Ricky looks at him and is like, "Well, what? What do you mean, what?" And La Russa says, I gave a take sign there. It wasn't a steal sign." And Ricky says, "Yeah, I know." He says, "You gave me the take, so I took the base." And he stole second base. Anyways, that was Ricky. Ricky had a different kind of beat than everybody else, but certainly a Hall of Famer, great player. And there he is on the backside. Those are cool cards, though. They got multiple pictures, of course, on the back end as well with the Oakland Athletics. Another story about him going to buy a house with Ruben Sierra. And can you imagine Ricky Henderson and Ruben Sierra trying to negotiate the purchase of a house? I'll tell that story a little later. There's Dennis Eckersley, 92 O-Pee-Chee Premier. Apparently, Ruben Sierra, was a very, even though he was a very good baseball player, he was a very good Latin or salsa dancer and a Latin singer in his own country. I don't know if I want to listen to Ruben Sierra pound out lyrics, but there's a Dennis Eckersley mound dominance card. I like the top. It says economical. It's kind of cool. This one here, I'm not sure. This is a hostess card from 1993. Dennis Eckersley, a hostess card. I used to have more of those things floating around. I haven't seen the Eck too often. There he is there. Dennis Eckersley. All right. We got a few more to show you. And as I said, if you're live here, cool. If you're on the break, these are all $2 a pop. And then shipping and handling, we do $3.50 for the first card, and it's just 50 cents each additional card. Pretty simple. US dollars, by the way. Redbeard says the Eck, yeah. Ricky Henderson is a great player, and wonder how much his ego keeps his popularity a little low. His card prices don't reflect how good he was. Well, if you don't believe how good he was, you're right. Just ask him. Ricky certainly had some of that stuff. Here's another Hall of Famer. We're going to go back to the Hall of Famers again. There is a Greg Maddux. That's a black diamond Greg Maddux, not a numbered card. But that was kind of cool. That goes back to year 2000. So black diamond Greg Maddux. A couple of bucks. You don't see this every day. How about Greg Maddux bunting? Greg Maddux squaring around to bunt. And some more on the card show here. We've got Braves versus Cubs postseason review, a Sports Illustrated look. Again, another one of those ones for Greg Maddux. Of course, beginning his big league career in a Cubs uniform. Maddux haunts his old team, and of course, they have a story on the card. This one here is an SPX Maddux. This goes back to 2002. He had some sharp-looking cards at that time. Certainly better than the 95 Pinnacles and Fleer stuff that came out. Some of that stuff was just god-awful. Fleer, if they went out of business, it had to do some of that stuff. Yeah, Ray. Ray asked the question: combining shipping with the break and the auction. Yeah, absolutely, Ray. With the sale here, not an issue. So we'll make sure we take care of you, and I'll sort it out with you afterwards. If I have to invite you to the stream and go back and have a chat. Okay, I got David Ortiz. David Ortiz. This one here, I got a few neat David Ortiz cards. If anybody likes the Red Sox, that's of course David Ortiz. This one here is from 2017. 2017. And I'm getting messages texted and everything else. Here's another David Ortiz card. That's the 87 throwback. That was from 2017. And then I've got a David Ortiz. How about this one? You don't see these every day. This would have been a 2018 Archives. David Ortiz in his Minnesota Twin outfit. But for those of you who don't know, or maybe weren't sure, did you know that David Ortiz originally was signed by the Seattle Mariners. So even though the Twins released him and the Red Sox picked him up, he was actually cast off by the Mariners before he was cast off by the Twins. I remember when he was in Seattle, they had given him a copy of his, I guess, his original contract. Here's the 83. That's an 83 Mojo. That was from, I believe, the Silver Packs. So we're going back to what, 2018? So Silver Pack, David Ortiz. We got a few minis. How about a mini 2017 Dustin Pedroia? But that year, this wasn't from 20. Even though it was 2017, it was the commemorative of the 1987 look. So 30-year kind of anniversary. This one here was produced. It was an insert in 2014. There's a Dustin Pedroia. Yeah, Big Papi not getting any love until he hit the East Coast. I saw Big Papi play a few times in Seattle. And he was, let's call a spade. He was a one-dimensional player. He was a DH, and he could hit the ball and put the ball in the seats, and people loved it. How about this one? This one here is from 2014. How about a Garrett Cole mini in the Pittsburgh Pirate outfit? When you look at the stats, guess what? 2013, first year in the bigs. There's his major league totals matched the other. Garrett Cole, Pittsburgh Pirates. Speaking of Garrett Cole, we're going to stay with that theme, and we've got a 1984 throwback. Garrett Cole with the Houston Astros. So $2 on the Coles. This one here is another Pittsburgh Pirate. This is from 2015. This one here is a rainbow foil. Rainbow foil of Garrett Cole. Kind of cool. I've got a 2020 Donruss. Yeah, we've got the pink parallel for Cole. Kind of neat. Got a Bowman Chrome. Garrett Cole. Of course, this is from 2020, of course, with the Yankee uniform. Comes another one. We've got a Optic lime green parallel from 2020. Lime green. Here comes Garrett Cole in the Mojo 83. This would have been Silver Pack. So another Garrett Cole. You can see the reflective stuff there for Cole. Kind of cool. And I would say we're down to, I got about another 50 to 75 more cards today. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to make this a weekly event. Sundays are a pretty good day for me. We're going to be back on the air again next week as well. We're going to do another one of these, but we are going to do the giveaways in 2 weeks. So hopefully you guys can stick around for the giveaways. Here comes another one. This is an original one, though. This is an Upper Deck Choice. Big Races. I'm really hoping he gets, and only for the fact he'll compete with Quad Patch Game Used Relic with Griffey, Schmidt, Thomas, Papi on it. That would be 4 Hall of Fame relics on one card. That would be double my, yeah, probably so. Matt Hollis, I see you picked up a couple of new subs yesterday. There is David Ortiz. I heard that there was a little bit of support for the Matt Hollis channel, or another Hollis build. How about another David Ortiz? Again, Minnesota Twin outfit. This is going back to 2000. Wearing the always popular number 27. David Ortiz. Got John Schmaltz. John Schmaltz on the throwback, and this is going back to 1995. So we're in full Hall of Fame mode right now. There's Schmaltzy. Going back again to Big Papi. Big Papi again with the Minnesota Twin outfit on. It's kind of cool. Yeah, they were getting a good kick out of it, Matt. So my mom was saying, she goes, I don't know if we're subscribed to Matt's channel, and so of course my dad's favorite commercials are the infomercials are with Matt Hollis when he jumps in and gives all the update in the middle of our games. Gives me a chance to get a break. Looking to see some of your other creations, Matt, to link you back. Maybe it's going to be the Matt Hollis Pokemon channel. There's David Ortiz. That is, I believe that's a heritage card. 486, but I don't think it's high numbered. Speaking of guys who should be in the Hall of Fame, there is a I believe that's 1985, Pete Rose, most singles lifetime hitter. Pete Rose passes Ty Cobb. Maybe that was 84. No, I think that was 85. 85 tops. Or this one here, you got a Hall of Famer and a should-be Hall of Famer, Fountain of Youth. Got a Willie Stargell and a Pete Rose card. Look at that hair. Look at that flow that Pete Rose has got going on there with the Phillies. Kind of neat. Well, I've got two different ones here. This is, of course, from the 2018 Donruss. 2018 Donruss, there is a Pete Rose, followed up by Charlie Hustle. So we've got the name variant, and then we have the regular one. So there's the two different cards. Each one of those they're all $2 a shot. And then if you're interested, we have a Diamond King Pete Rose. That was, of course, from the Diamond King stuff. Speaking of Hall of Famers, we're changing speed a little bit. And the second Pudge of all time would have been Pudge Rodriguez. There is Pudge. And then we have a Ivan Rodriguez. And then this one here, and that one would have been from what? That looks like it was the Leaf, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to get the angle correct. See the back of the card, or was that a Topps? That's a Topps. Not familiar with that particular one. That was 1999? 1999 opening day. Big Ray says, who's Fred? That's the $1 million question. Really, Big Ray, I don't PC anybody. What I do have is I'm approaching 100 autographed baseballs. That's probably the biggest thing that I keep around. I've got some other autographed photos, but as far as cards and those type of things, nothing really stays here. I don't, as far as cards are concerned, I'll keep them, we'll look at them, and then we'll move them along as such. There is another Pudge Rodriguez. It's not a crease card. It just happens to be that the plastic underneath is a bit, how do I say it? It's the plastic had a crease in it. The penny sleeve. I know, what is that? Is that a sleeve certified, I believe? Signature series card. There you have it. Yeah, I'm a Detroit fan for sure. And so I've got most of all the guys that, in terms of autographs from that era of Alan Trammell and Whitaker and Gibson and, Herndon and Lemon and Parrish, all those guys are on. So, I don't need 25 of them. I've got, I got a ball of each, and got a Trammell Whitaker poster that's autographed up on the wall, and that's pretty cool. There's Ivan Rodriguez in Omega. We'll shift speed going from Pudge. We'll go to the unit. There's the unit there. There is Randy Johnson in a Fleer Ultra, 92 Fleer Ultra. On top of 92 Fleer Ultra, we go to a Pinnacle. Randy Johnson Pinnacle with the Seattle Mariners. That's how I remember Johnson as a Mariner. I don't think of him as a Diamondback or a Yankee or even as a Giant. That's how I think of him. But yet there he is in the Arizona Diamondback. Of course, got himself a World Series there. I don't know if they're ever going to get a World Series in Seattle. Can't figure that stuff out. Here's another Randy Johnson. This is an MVP card. Going back into the, I'm going to say that's the early 2000s as well. I'll have to look on the back of the card. That would be 1999. 99 MVP. Speaking of 1999, here's an upper deck card. And what do you think of that? The big unit with a bat in his hand. Big unit up at the plate. Would have been an interesting sight. Maybe I could get Larry Walker to do the pitching. We're going to jump back to the big herd again. We got some Frank Thomases on the loose. We're going to start off with a Topps Stars card. Of course, this one here, I believe this is also from 1999, but again, needing my glasses. I have the glasses on, but maybe I'm starting to need longer arms. It's kind of a different Frank Thomas. After we got Frank Thomas there, we go back to Frank Thomas over here. Of course, that's a Fleer from 1996. I really like this particular one, picture-wise. Frank Thomas Stadium Club. That's a cool-looking picture from behind. Ready to almost make impact with the ball. Pitcher's delivering the pitch. Kind of good, kind of neat. There's the back of the card. Back of the card, they gave some interesting stuff. His 1998 batting information. They didn't give his career stats. They give what he was against lefties and righties, home away, day and night, all that kind of stuff. Jason VT Sports Guy in the house, stopping in to say hello. Thanks for popping by. We're just doing a little bit of a $2 sale. Certainly not the Trout in the back. The ones in the back, we've got a Luis Robert. We've got a Kosuke Tanaka autograph card, and Alex Kirilloff, a Trout second year. We're all the ones that we're showing up here. These are all $2 a crack. Anybody has any interest? There is a Frank Thomas 2000. Frank Thomas 2000. So just doing a little bit of a sale. We did our basketball break earlier. As a Frank Thomas 97 Fan Club Donruss card. We are going to do this again next week. We're going to do we'll be on for around 11 o'clock Pacific time. I had a little later jump today. I had to take care of a few things, but we're going to try every week to get on for a couple hours. And of course, our big giveaway day will be again in 2 weeks from today. We've been doing our weekly giveaways, so be sure to check out the shorts and make sure you comment. As I said, we'll probably do a wheel of names, but if I can find some other elimination game to play, I like to do that too. I've been kind of looking and hunting. Maybe putting fish on everything there. Yeah, I love the Trout. Son's aged 10 PC's Trout. Yeah, it's a good player to PC. There's another Hall of Famer. There is a Mariano Rivera. That's a gallery card. Of course, this gallery here was from 2002. So 2002 going all the way back. Yeah, and there's a theme to the shorts. If you haven't figured it out this month, we've got a theme. You should be able to piece it together by the time the end of the month rolls around. So that will go, our short will go live Monday, Friday, tomorrow. We drop the giveaway ones at 5 p.m. Pacific time. The other stuff, the Legends of the Game, is early on. There's another Mariano Rivera. That's a Pinnacle Express card. Pinnacle Express. What year was this one here? This year here would have been it looks like 1997. Here's an upper deck card of Mariano Rivera. This upper deck card, again, they changed the way they were doing it. This is from 2001, how they put the stats on the back of the card. So that's the one there. There is Mariano Rivera. It's kind of cool. Here's a Bo Jackson. This is from 2017. That's a Silver Pack Mojo. Silver Pack Mojo. Kind of cool. I don't know if those Mojos have lost their luster a little bit. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Bear with me for a half a minute here, people. I've got a couple of things. All right. I've got a Bo Jackson mini. How about that? It's kind of a cool looking mini. And that was kind of like the Pedroia that we saw earlier on. Those were from 2014. Of course, they gave the stats from 1990 and flashed it out. I like those little throwbacks. They ran those for about 4 or 5 years. Here's another guy. This one here, this is a World Series hero. This came out of the 2014 tops. That would have been a terrific Tom Seaver with the Mets. That's kind of cool looking piece there. And if Jimmy Redbeard Breaks was still in the house, we could have showed him this guy. This is a Barry Larkin. This is a little thicker card. This is 2001 Fleer. Big Ray says, I thought the theme was color for a minute with Whitesnake and Blackfoot, but I'm not sure where the Willie would come into play with that one. Nope, it's not color. So you might start getting more clarity on it next week when you start to see the players that are out there. There's another Barry Larkin card. This is from Pinnacle. This was 1995. So Larkin, I wonder who the outfielder was at that point in time. There's a kind of a neat picture of Larkin on the back. No, the giveaway cards have a theme, actually. There's you'll start to see what it is. Each week there's a bit of a theme to it there. And so there's a global theme, so to speak, once everything is taken care of when we get through the last 2 weeks. There is Barry Larkin. The Lost Legends, we're going to do the Lost Legends this month. I'm undecided what I'm going to do for next month. I'm going to do something different. I just picking a player that I thought was maybe underrated, or maybe not necessarily underrated, but on the Lost Legends, like guys that were popular with their teams, had good careers with their teams, maybe didn't necessarily get the national notoriety, didn't quite get to the Hall of Fame. Of course, we dropped Jose Fernandez today. He probably would have been a pathway to being one of the legends of the game, and fortunately, he lost his life far too soon. There's Barry Larkin again there. That is in a Leaf certified. This card here, to me, this Fleer Showcase from 2000 was the shiny card of its time. It was one of the ones that when you look at it and you say, wow, this is probably one of the greatest ones of all time. Big Ray says, at least I put the connection with Tawny and Finley together, which had me cracking up as soon as I saw the video. Yeah, well, I put Finley and then I put the Whitesnake theme to it, and I thought, hey, that might get some people's attention. Of course, Tawny Katan was married to David Coverdale, the lead singer for Whitesnake, for quite a few years. I've got another Tom Terrific card. This is from 87 Tops. I don't, most people don't remember him in a Red Sox uniform, but he did finish the end of his career in Boston. Jason VT says he's got the theme. Okay, well, you're going to have to keep the theme under hats there, because if you show up on the day, we'll have a bonus for people who get it. Hang tight for a second. This is an Evan Longoria card. This is from Heritage. It is a chrome card, and this one is numbered. Remember, these are all the ones I'm showing you here are all $2. There is the chrome card, and this one happens to be numbered out of 566. 566. So keep the theme under wraps, and then you'll get an opportunity. Here's another numbered card. This is from Bowman. This is a Javi Baez blue parallel. It's numbered out of 150. So yeah, you keep the theme under your hat, because when I do it in 2 weeks, if you get what it is and you see what everything is, then you'll be able to win something out of that. There's Javi Baez. We have this is a kind of a cool card. This is from 2000 Tops. This is 20 Years of the Captain. A Derek Jeter card from year 2000, 20 Years of the Captain. I think that was 2000. Oh, sorry, 2020. Yeah, 20 Years of the Captain. That would have been pretty impressive if it was 2000, because he would have only been in the league for about 6 or 7 years. Big Ray says he might have given a clue with the Tawny comment. Nope, not that one. So that was in the Legend series, Ray. So not the giveaways. The giveaways have their own theory. So appreciate it, Jason, for stopping in. You have a great rest of the weekend too. And thanks for popping in. We'll be back again next weekend. We're going to do a little bit more of this. I don't know if we'll do a break next weekend, but we might do some more cards to see if anybody has any interest out there. As I said, sometimes the people will come back and catch it on the replay. Here's a chasing history. This is a Derek Jeter. I believe these were 2015. I'd have to go back and just take a look at the back of the card. And these were 2013. So as we were staying with the Jeters, 2013 Jeter. We have a Nolan Arenado 2019. That is a 1984 Mojo throwback. Kind of cool. I've got a season ticket card, and this is a Ronald Acuna Jr. So this would have been from 2020. That is Panini Contenders. And that is kind of neat. Panini Contenders. Let's see what else we have here. Just give me a second, everybody. I'm just going to grab a quick little drink. All right. Here's another Acuna card. It's Ronald Acuna, 2020 tops. That's kind of cool. Got another one. We've got a cut above card. This is a die cut card and a future from 2012 of future Hall of Famer. We'll call it now Albert Pujols. Yeah, remember I said at the top of the stream, if you were here, Ray, I've got San Francisco to win this game today. I'll win it outright. I think this is my upset pick of the weekend. San Francisco behind Jimmy Garoppolo are going to win in Dallas today and beat the Cowboys. Here is a Mojo refractor from the silver pack. Albert Pujols. Also. Kind of cool. This one's numbered out of 500. Hey, good to see you, Matt. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, not too bad. No Padres, I don't think, today. Although, no, I don't have any Gwynns here. I think I put the Gwynns. I think I used the Gwynns as fire starters. I'm not sure. But no, actually, no Padres today. We're going to run through some other stuff during the week, and we'll direct people back to this. If they're interested, they can come back and watch and see what we have. But appreciate you stopping in there, Matt. Thanks for being here. Here is a Wade Boggs. This is a Donruss card numbered out of 500. Remember, this is also like the Chicken Man. They have the career stat line on the bottom. And that is a foil look. Appreciate you, Matty. Here is another one. This is a Wade Boggs Boston Red Sox upper class card. Upper class Wade Boggs. For those of you who like the kid, and we're going back to the kid again, we've got a Stadium Club card. This is kind of cool. This is from 2019. Ken Griffey Jr., a younger looking junior. Follow that up with a Pinnacle card going back to 1997. 97 Pinnacle for Griffey Jr. A couple more items here on top. I got Ken Griffey Jr. of the Mariners. There's Griffey Jr. there. This is another interesting one. Kind of the junior circuit in terms of the American League as well. So the junior circuit, we have a victory card. Victory card junior circuit. This one here is a Ken Griffey Flair card from 1994. 1994 Ken Griffey Jr. We have a Joey Votto. This is a 1987 throwback with the Mojo. Joey Votto. That was a silver pack edition. I got a Chris Sale card with the White Sox. Again, like the card we had of Wade Boggs. This is from 2017. Donruss. This one's numbered out of 233. I love how they number it differently. 233. Chris Sale. Big Ray says, Dak takes a 12-yard sack on third down. Niners will always be one of my favorite teams, but since Manning came to Indy, my loyalty has been with the Colts in 98. I saw Indianapolis play twice. I don't think I ever saw Peyton Manning as the quarterback. I've been to Indy twice to see games. I've not been to the new stadium. I was at the old RCA Dome. I got a chance to see the Colts host the Ravens. Jim Harbaugh was the quarterback at the time for the Ravens. I can't remember who the quarterback was for the Colts. It wasn't anybody regular. And then the second time I saw the Colts play, they were playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Had to be one of the worst football games I've ever seen in my life, or I should say one of the worst football games I paid money for to sit and watch in a stadium. I think the score was 6-3 or 9-6. Battle of field goals, no offense. And that would have been about 1998. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, Manning was drafted in 99 or 2000, and that would have been one of the years that would have been there. But yeah, the old RCA Dome. I got a few more cards left to show. I'm going to do a couple other things, and then we're going to call it a day today here. But and I'll wrap up with Big Ray as well. So here is a Paul Goldschmidt, Arizona Diamondbacks from 2017. And Goldie was really good. Emperors of the Zone, Noah Syndergaard. That's Stadium Club Chrome. Here is a Gypsy Queen parallel, green parallel of Syndergaard. This would have been from 2020. Hopefully Thor can get it done in Los Angeles and bring back some of the memories that we had of him when he was pretty good in New York. Here's a blue parallel. This is from 2018 Panini. Parallel of Noah Syndergaard. Big Ray says the new stadium's incredible. Voted best stadium many years running, but I think the Cowboys Stadium might have jumped in there. Yeah, that Cowboys Stadium is pretty cool, especially the size of the scoreboard. Here's Noah Syndergaard. This is a Archives, I believe. This is from 2019. Pretty sure it's Archives. And then we'll close it off with a little holiday cheer again with Noah Syndergaard. And Noah Syndergaard in the holiday as well. So all of those cards that I showed that we held in hand here over the last little bit, there's about 150 of them, maybe more. Those were all $2 a piece. If anybody's interested again in the Luis Robert is $20. The Marcus Semien is $4. 15 on the Trout. That's a Trout second year. Kirillov is 85 and Tanaka is 95. And if you decide that you want to make an offer or bundle something up, we can work with you to be able to do that. And so Big Ray, I am going to do some stuff. We're going to do some more next weekend. And this is kind of a bit of a dry run for me, and we'll see how this works out. Probably look to jump on at about 11 o'clock Pacific time, and we'll run till about 1 o'clock or maybe 2 o'clock Pacific time. And today this is about an hour and 50 minutes, so I could probably do 2 to 3 hours and be able to go through stuff. And not just the stuff we showed today, but I got a ton of stuff. If I actually pulled up this backdrop and showed you what was sitting on the table behind it, you guys would probably lose your lunch. There's probably a good solid, I don't know, maybe 5,000 cards sitting there, not including the stuff that's boxed up and whatever else. But we're going to look to do some of that next week and maybe see what else there is. So hopefully everybody can join us. So Big Ray, what I've got for you is I've got two teams on the basketball end of things on the break, and I can correct me if I'm wrong. So Big Ray, I had you for Houston at $3.99. I've got you for the Magic at $3.99. That's 8. And then $6 for the shipping and handling. So that would be 14. That'd be $13.98. You took the Walker Bueller for 2 and the rookie parallel and the Acuna rookie debut for 5. So if my math is correct, it comes out to 21. I'm not going to charge you anything extra on the on shipping and handling for those two. And also for you for being here, I've got something else for you. So just bear with me a second. I'll pop this into it as well for you. I'm not a huge basketball guy, but give me a moment and I got something else to show you that will pop into your stack. Got the beast there in the house, and looking for a couple things for Big Ray here, so I'm just going to have to hold on for a second, Big Ray. I thought I had a couple more things for you. So what I'd like to do is we can figure something out. We can either give you I can throw a pile of stuff in, and I can give you the guy's address in Michigan if you can make sure he gets that Badu. Or I can just work out a couple of things with you, or I could give you a little bit of money back on the for mailing it out to them. Your stuff. Make the choice. And let me make a couple of things. I know you like the Cubs. I know you like you're in between Cincinnati. I'm not sure. I know you like the Colts. So who are your teams, Ray? Who do you prefer? Who are your guys that you like the best? And I know John Cole's in here. If I didn't say hi to John Cole, we welcome you. I know Big Ray likes his Mickey Mantles. Just looking here. Ray likes the Magic. Yeah, it's not too bad. We're just wrapping up here, John. We're calling it a day here in a few minutes. It's been pretty good. I'm going to catch a little bit of the football game here before I head out. Got some stuff a little later on tonight. So it's been a decent day today. No complaints. Just got the rest of this, and we'll get Big Ray to. He's probably typing away over there. Yeah, it was not too bad. We did our basketball break earlier on. We pulled some decent cards, I thought, out of there. I don't know. I don't think you're a basketball guy, if I'm not mistaken. I'm kind of curious to know what the there's a couple of cards that we pulled out. We had a Panini Honors card. I really like this, although it's not a rookie card. I really like that, a LeBron James. We yanked that one out earlier. That's a thick one. Curious to know what that might be. So Chronicles, LeBron James. What was that thing called? That was a Honors. Not too much. Only a few dollar card, it looks like. They have specially numbered ones, but I don't think that one was numbered. Maybe Big Ray departed on us here. He's usually around. He's been around most of the day, so maybe he's already tapped out. Yeah, we were able to get ourselves some interesting stuff in the basketball. I'm not a huge hoops fan anymore, although I've been watching a little more this year, more so than I have been hockey and other stuff. We got ourselves pulled out some Anthony Edwards stuff, so there's going to be some people that are happy. A few people with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and a couple of those players as well, but nothing really major. I ended up getting some LaMelo balls. Wander and Dominguez right now. All right, so let me just see here. Wander, Dominguez. I wonder what as I was looking at this, Ray. I'm wondering kind of what the what some of those Lamellos would be like, or what they're kind of worth. I mean, I know for a while they were really really hot, and I don't know what some of the stuff that we pulled out earlier today looks like. I'm kind of taking a quick peek here on eBay just to get an idea of what some of this stuff might kind of run at for LaMelo. And just out of interest, 2021 Melo Ball Chronicles. They have a lot of different ones. It's all over the map. I see one. There's one that's a luminance for $11. Another one that's a Panini. I think some of the pink parallels are kind of nutty as well. I wonder what some of the recently sold stuff kind of hits out at. So for those Charlotte Hornet fans, LaMelo Ball. An Essentials card sold for, well, $6.99 best offer. A marquee was $5.50. By the looks of it, it's going to be a anywhere from $5 to $10 on some of that stuff. Yeah, he says up and down. Yeah, basketball cards are up and down. Yeah, literally up and down, and figuratively. So I look at some of the ones that we landed. Obviously, James Wiseman, who was a big pick last year. Tyrese Halliburton's not getting a lot of love. You think of some of the others. Obviously, Anthony Edwards, he was pretty popular with Minnesota. Killian Hayes. Denny Advia for the Washington Wizards. Peyton Pritchard. Steph Curry. LaMelo Ball. Bam Adebayo. Cole Anthony. As I said last year, Cole Anthony has really, his play has just gone to another level. And he was a first-round pick. But when they drafted Jalen Suggs down there in Orlando, I thought, boy, this is going to be, who knows what's going to be over there. Jalen Suggs definitely there. So we got Ben Simmons, Chris Middleton. Just looking at some of these others. Jashawn Tate of the Rockets. Got to keep an eye out for those pink parallels. As I said, we had a LaMelo Ball. Few LaMelo Balls. Even his brother Alonzo Ball has been playing some pretty good ball lately. Campazzo, Vassell, Desmond Bain, Kawhi Leonard, of course, out for the season. Denny Advia, R.J. Hampton, Precious Achua, Giannis Antetokounmpo, everything there. Even Antetokounmpo, he's quieted down a bit. We did pretty good on the Sadiq Bey department. Yeah, well, with the basketball, they weren't necessarily the basketball stuff. I don't give to the kids because we don't do that. That was just more along the lines of me doing something to have a break to open this weekend and see what we could turn over. But I do like basketball. I like to pick up maybe a couple boxes of basketball, a couple of football things, just to see what's out there and all the rest. But we'll make sure we take care of you there, Big Ray. So I think you got my PayPal's across the bottom. $21 is where we're at, and I'll make sure that you you get a few other things in the mixer there for being around here for most of today. But I know this. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go and watch a little bit of football, grab something to eat, and then I got to take care of some business a little later in the day. But we appreciate you being here and checking in. And hopefully you come on back again next week. We're going to be again on at 11 o'clock Pacific time next weekend on Sunday. We'll go till either 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then 2 weeks from today will be the giveaway Wheel of Names. Certainly not going to be a 6-hour marathon, but I am going to have to try to do some stuff. So hopefully we can do some of that stuff there. Now, Big Ray says shipping boxes of cards to Canada is ridiculous. Yeah, the reality of what it is, Ray, is when the border was opened up for all of about 3 weeks there, it seemed. What I get people to do is we just get you to ship it up into Washington State, and I can pick it up when I go down to Seattle and come back. And it's just cheaper because it's domestic, and I've got an address down there, but we won't shoot that address out because you've got 30 days to pick it up. And so it was just before Christmas, they reinstituted the PCR testing again here in Canada. And so if you come back, even if I go over and buy groceries and get eggs, if I don't have a PCR test, then either they won't let you in the country or they make you quarantine for 2 weeks. So I don't know where that's going to head. Hopefully by the time we get to April and May, they shoot that down and we can get on with whatever else, because I do know this: the virus doesn't know what a border looks like. Only the people who are standing at the border know what the virus looks like. So that saves a lot of people a lot of money. And same thing, even though I live an hour away, I can drive down and be able to go to some of that other stuff. So yeah, appreciate your time and being here. We hope you have a great rest of the weekend. As I say, I'll get this stuff out to you on Monday. And basically, it's you can just use the PayPal link below. And if you have any challenges, let me know and I can send you the invoice. Goods and services is preferred, because if we're doing friends and family, I'm going to get a lot of people knocking on my door here. So goods and services, that just keeps everything above the board, and we go from there. And John Cole, appreciate you stopping by as well here today. But that's going to be it, everybody. We're going to take it all off from here and head out and get some food. Have a great day, everybody. We'll catch you again later.